Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
Welcome to the United States of Paranormal Podcast. Sit down and buckle up for an enlightening ride through everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden Jay, hanging out with
The Rocker Chick
and
J-Deb,
and we are the United States of Paranormal.
be ready for some banter.
It's coming. It's coming hard. Ooh. We haven't been together in a couple of weeks, so J-Dub's been really focused at work, so I haven't really talked much to her.
Yep.
Rocker Chick just doesn't enjoy talking to me, so I didn't really talk to her. So we're going to catch up on everything that's going on.
Oh,
Hi.
funny. Hi.
How's it going?
It's going.
I'm happy that you're all here.
Yeah, me too.
You know, we do tease about the banter, but if you don't want to hear our banter, just go check out the show notes right now, and you'll see a timestamp for when the actual story starts, so you can just skip ahead and miss all of this great conversation that we are about to have.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, if you don't like the banter, email me and tell me you don't like the banter. Quit posting on fucking Apple Pod. You can email me, UnitedStatesOfParanormal@gmail.com. I will be happy to interact with you, and we can talk about it. Instead of putting it up there so our new viewers who might like the banter but never listen to the show because they're like, oh.
Because you guys are jerks.
There you have it. Also, check out our Patreon, where you can get full live videos, full videos of us for every episode in tier number 2.
Ooh, you can see us.
So you can see us.
Mm-hmm.
Not just hear us, but see us.
See us. And of course, if you go for the top tier, we do have a great amount of reaction videos that are pretty great. The new stuff is that's coming out in the next couple months is amazing. The reactions, the trivia, and looking forward to doing more. Yeah. So getting excited about that. Got a lot of great things coming up, and a lot of great things we're working on for our regular show. So just hang with us and let us know what you think. We love hearing from our listeners.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
It's true.
Very true.
Good, bad, ugly.
Listen, I was thinking about that today, and it seems to me that it was a year ago when we did the Devil's Tree, and we got that email from a listener who was upset with us over some remarks we made in the actual podcast. And I had great respect for that, because he emailed us and didn't just jump on the reviews just to slam us. And I fixed what his complaint was, because he made a lot of sense. So I went back and fixed it, and I respect that more than just somebody who just says, I couldn't listen to him chew gum.
Well, they are hiding behind a keyboard, so
that's true.
Interacting through email, is a little bit more ballsy.
It is. But I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you both sides. So, yeah, there you go. That's a couple pieces of banter at the beginning of the show. Oh, you guys got anything going on? Anything exciting? I'm a little disappointed in J-Dub. I got a text from her over the weekend. Out at Jellystone, they do something called the Blinky Parade. And, of course, it rained hard on Saturday around this area. But she went out for the Blinky Parade, and she rode on the back of the golf cart. Now, if anybody's ever ridden on the back of a golf cart, and the rocker chick can attest to this, she's been splattered many a times with mud from the back tires. But I heard you said you were completely covered.
I looked like I had blown my diaper out. Like I had mud up my back, down my butt, down my legs, everywhere.
I'm really bummed that you didn't get a picture so that we could share it.
Well, it would have been hard to get a picture because I went into the camper and the boys went back out driving.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Well, don't you have a mirror? You could have just... I shat myself.
I know. Next time.
All right.
Next time.
And there'll be a next time. Maybe. You've become more wise in your golf cart travels now.
Nah.
So you know what to look for.
Nah. It's fine. Do you want to talk about you shitting yourself today?
I didn't shit myself today.
In the van?
Oh, I did shit myself in the van today. I didn't shit myself. I might have farted, and it might have been wow. My farts lately have been terrible. Luckily, I'm the only one in there, and nobody else got to smell it but me. So there you go.
What have you been eating different?
Oh man, we've been eating some pretty crazy foods. Last week we did smash burgers, so you get all that butter and grease, and then Gunnar made us this really cool pizza thing with some rising biscuits, and of course then we so check this out. So we did the New Paris garage sales this last weekend, and we set up in Gunnar's garage, and we just hung out there all day. And we're sitting there, and this Boy Scout runs up and goes, "Hey, you guys want to buy some Nelson's chicken?" And, my thought is, oh, he's got tickets to sell, and, you can go pick it up next Saturday at, some crazy fucking community center in the middle of nowhere. And he goes, "We deliver." And we're like, "What?" Bobby's like, "Yeah, here's my money. Take my money."
So, yeah, we're sitting there doing the garage sale and get Nelson's chicken delivered. And, yeah, it was good.
It's pretty awesome. So, shout out to I don't even know which Boy Scout troop it was up in that area, but wise choice on their part to run around to those garage sales and peddle chicken and deliver it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
It was pretty awesome. So, good day for garage sailing, and then it started raining. About 3:00, and everything kind of just shut down. So we did too.
Yep.
That's all my excitement for the week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything from you?
Nope. Same thing here.
All right.
Told my stories.
Oh, you don't have any more of your own stories? Okay. All right, J-Dub, what do you got for me?
All right, let me ask you this.
All right.
If you were a food, what would you be?
Oh. Are you thinking
If
about
I was
it?
a food, what would I be? I would have to be spaghetti.
Really? Why?
Because I just feel like I'm spaghetti a lot. I feel like I'm a noodle. Covered in sauce sometimes.
Whoa.
You're welcome. You know what I would be?
What?
I'd be prime rib.
I was going to say a corn dog.
I'd be tender. I'd be tasty. And everybody want to put my meat in their mouth.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Write that down.
Wow.
You like that, didn't you? That was pretty good. That was on the spot, baby. What do you think, J-Dub? What are you going to be?
I would have thought you would have said corn dog.
Why would I be a corn? Because you can put my...
Because you're corny.
Oh, I thought you were going to put my
He's
wiener in your
very
mouth.
corny.
No. I would be a spicy chicken taco.
There's so much wrong with that.
Why?
Oh, just, I spent too much time with your coworker.
Oh,
that
you dirty bird. God.
Everything out of her mouth is terrible. Terrible.
Pretty much.
Conditions that I have to work in. My face hurts from laughing so hard. A spicy chicken taco. Spaghetti, because you're a wet noodle.
And I'm very needy. You have to need me a lot.
Isn't that like bread or something?
No, you have to knead dough. You have to knead the noodle dough.
Listen, you ain't fucking needed any dough in ever.
Whatever.
You get
I watch
your,
a lot of cooking shows. I watch it
Yeah.
knead dough.
You get your spaghetti from a box.
Somebody needed it.
Yeah.
And I'm prime rib. That's right, baby. I'm prime rib. Grade A, top choice. Prime rib.
All right.
I think I'm onto something here. I just had to get me a shirt that says prime rib.
Gotcha.
Isn't that going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You're pretty expensive.
I am pretty expensive.
Yep.
I'm at the top of the meat chain.
Okay.
Everybody loves me. I'm a little fatty.
The only truth to that.
Oh!
Oh.
Hey, listen. That's just more loving for you, baby. All right. Well, there you go. Good question.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I liked it. I actually had an answer off the top of my head.
That's unusual
I
for
know.
the rocker chick.
It is.
I hope everybody enjoyed The Other Side that came out this last Saturday. We had to push it back because of scheduling things, but we recorded it. It's about an hour and a half long show. You can imagine that me and Logan talk for an hour and a half.
No.
You guys are both full of hot air.
We are. And we both admit it. It was interesting to get his take on the ISOCAM story. The question, if you change genders for a day.
Helicopter.
He said he about lost his shit when he said that. But he had to shut the pod off and take a moment after ISO said he was going to get in the shower and soap him up.
Oh.
It was a lot of fun. We recorded it. We actually recorded that as of recording right now. I recorded that with him last night. So
It's fresh in your brain.
it's fresh in my brain. It was a good episode. We went over everything for the month of May, and we talked about a lot of different pieces and parts of it. So if you haven't listened to it yet, go back and check out The Other Side. I think it's episode 130, I believe. So go check it out. It's a good one. You get us for 2 hours of nothing but fucking banter.
So
That's
you
all right.
banter people that like it.
Logan just came off of doing a 3 stint with the Call Guys, a 3-episode stint, the Power Rangers. They went over Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. Mm-hmm. They did Turbo, the movie, and then they did the 2017 Saban's Power Ranger movie. And it was fun to listen to those. Those guys did a really good job there. And we've talked about this multiple times on The Other Side, and he is a huge Power Ranger guy. He does his Wild Force stream on Twitch. He's got the Ranger Reach Out, for anybody that is having some mental health issues. They can get some help
Nice.
with the Reach Out. He is off to do some sort of Ranger Con. And there's a specific name for it that I'm sucking at these names, but He's off to do that in August, which is a big deal because he's sponsoring Rangers. He's doing panels, doing all kinds of stuff. So
Nice.
it'll be really cool for him to get out there. It's a bucket list thing for him to get out there and do that. So send him an email, give him some love, tell him how proud you are of him. So
Cool.
And if you listen to the call, guys, I don't even remember when they did it, but whether it was episode 1. But yes, me and him cinched up this is off the air, but we cinched up the fact that I'm going to officiate his wedding.
Okay.
Nice.
So next year, another trip down to Louisiana. Can you handle it?
Sure.
I knew you could. You get to see your sister 2 years in a row.
Oh, yeah. That'd be
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, I know. It seems like forever, but it was just, last May?
So that would be 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
True. Well, there was a stint there where we would see them like every year for like 4 or 5 years. We always vacationed. We always went down there, and they come up here, or we met in the middle, and then everything
COVID
kind of
hit.
screeched to a halt when we. I don't know why. Was it COVID that we
It
didn't
was
do
probably
it?
COVID, yeah.
Right on. But yeah, it was several years we haven't really seen them until this last year when they made it up. I guess they made it up for Gunner's wedding, but yeah, listen, I don't know what I'm talking about. We see them all the time. It's like they live next door or something. So yeah, that's what we got going on there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the other side. It was a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun every month to sit down with Logan and go over all the past episodes. So anything else you need to say to the listeners before we get into today's story?
I don't think so.
I'm ready.
Hit
You
it.
ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, this may be a shorter story.
Just talk slow.
I will talk slower than usual. I gotta talk like my friend Forrest Gump. Jenny. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to take you to the 7 gates of hell. And it sounds way more exciting than it actually is, but it was one of those things that I ran across, and I thought, well, this looks interesting. I mean, you always kind of hear about it in movies and, different stuff like that, the gates of hell. Didn't Supernatural kind of do different things with that throughout their series where they were opening the gates to hell and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So I saw this and I thought, wow, this is interesting. So I'm just going to read this and I'm going to talk about it a little bit, and then I'm going to do a little add-on to it. So here we go.
Okay.
All right, guys. So the 7 gates of hell is a modern urban legend regarding locations in York County, Pennsylvania. You ever been out to York, Pennsylvania?
I don't know how far is that from Lancaster, because I have family out there.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
not sure. When I searched it, I was like, "Is York County in York, Pennsylvania?" Sometimes like townships and counties and stuff like that, may not fall in the same city. So I looked it up, and sure as shit, York County is a portion of York, Pennsylvania. And it wasn't too far from the Harley Davidson factory that we went to 5 or 6 years ago. And that always intrigues me. We talked about it with Blossom and the Cuyahoga National Forest and all the things that go on in there.
Right.
And the fact that I was there, and then I was in York just a few miles away from where the gates of hell are at. So I just thought, wow, that's kind of intriguing. But there are 2 versions of the legend that exist. One of them is involving a burnt insane asylum, and the other is they said a psychotic doctor. But both agree that there are 7 gates in the wooded area of Pelham Township, Pennsylvania, and that everyone who passes through all 7 gates goes straight to hell. Okay, so let's run over the two popular myths. One states that a mental institution used to be located on either Toad Road or Trout Run Road, depending on which source you get it from. It was erected in a remote location so that as to isolate people deemed insane from the rest of the world. One day in the 1900s, a fire broke out, and due to the remoteness, the firefighters could not reach the hospital in time to save it, and many patients died in the flames, while the others escaped and were soon beaten to death. They didn't take no shit. They're like, if we catch them, we're just going to kill them. Rumor has it in some of the videos and different stuff that I watched is like the third floor of the asylum, they didn't stand a chance. Some of the people on the first floor got out, but there wasn't many.
Well, they probably locked them in their rooms.
I would assume so. Yeah. And if the fire department can't get there and
can't get there,
quote unquote. They say, I'm going to paraphrase here a little bit because I don't have this like written out, but they say that after the fire happened, they erected these gates to try to kind of corral the inmates that they couldn't capture. And if they thought they would kind of narrow them into just where the gates are at, if they were trying to escape that area, because it's really wooded and, it's really remote. Although there is a river that flows just north of that whole area. So I don't know exactly why they thought they could filter them back in through the gates, but apparently they did 7 of them. So now that's just one theory.
Just one, like the gate, no fence?
Well, once again, I'm assuming that they did fence all the way around it except where the gates are at. But the interesting thing about these gates is nobody's ever actually seen the other 6. You can see the first gate from what's the name of the road again? Trout Run Road. You can see that particular gate during the day. It's visible. You can see it. But they say you can't see the other ones until late at night. And they're just not visible during the day at all. One of the other interesting points is they call the footpath that the gates are on, they call it Toad Road. And I'll explain that just a little bit. Toad Road doesn't exist. It doesn't exist on Google Maps. It doesn't exist in the world. It's just a footpath that these gates are on. There were 2 gargoyles that were set in front of this gate, and they say they kind of look like toads or whatever, but they weren't necessarily gargoyles. Apparently, they were something to kind of capture the rain and disperse it, or there's a lot of little mysteries to this whole thing. So with those 2 gargoyles on either side of this gate going on this footpath, they just inherited the name Toad Road. Like I said, it doesn't exist. It's not an actual road. You can't drive on it. It's just a footpath. But in the 1970s, those fucking gargoyles magically disappeared. Gone. Nobody knows where they went. These are fucking concrete goddamn bucket gargoyles. Who the hell's gonna steal that shit?
They just,
got walked up way.
Oh, yeah. The insides came out and they were alive.
Just like in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, Toad Road doesn't actually exist. It was just a manifestation of the gargoyles that were out there. The other myth is that the doctor that was there actually built the gates just to keep trespassers out. There wasn't anything exciting about him killing anybody or doing funny experiments or whatever. It wasn't anything on him, just that he had built these to keep people out.
Keep people out because he was doing shady shit.
That could very well be.
Probably.
But they didn't talk about it too much. Legend has it that anybody who has actually passed through Gate 5 has never been heard from again. So you can, like, if you go out on this path at night and you find the gates, once you get past 5, you never come back. And that once you get to 7, they say in the legend that it will take you straight to hell.
So how would they know that if nobody's ever been seen after 5? They don't know.
They don't know. Maybe it just brings you back to 1.
Maybe.
Stuck on that path.
Oh, fuck. That would be hell if you just had to walk that path for eternity. See? There you go. Mystery solved. So I did tell you it was in Hellam Township, and a lot of the old rumors state that they call this township Hellam because of the gates, and that's why it's Hellam. The myth itself has caused a lot of upset and frustration with the residents of Hellam Township, and the township's own website has denounced stories as nonsense. They said they're bullshit. There was never an asylum. While the doctor was real, apparently he was real, but there was never anything.
He was just a doctor.
Just a doctor. Of course, they claim that Hellam was named after hell itself. Are also dispelled. The name comes from a corruption of Hallamshire, an area in South Yorkshire in England.
Okay.
So there you go.
So nothing happens if you go through the first one. Just nobody sees you after the 5th one.
They say the 5th one is the tricky one, that nobody's ever come back after they said they've been to the 5th one. Like I said, it's
We're
myth
talking on their
and
cell
legend.
phone. I made it through 1,
Yeah.
2,
Oh, there you
3,
go.
4, and then they're gone.
It's probably like in the Neverending Story when Atreyu tries to go through are they the Sphinx-looking things?
Yeah.
And they shoot arrow or lasers out, and it's probably one of those.
What movie is that?
Neverending Story.
Okay. I knew it. I just was, I'm sure you said it, but I missed it at the beginning. So.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had to go through all those gates. So that, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or like in The Last Crusade, where you go through the trials to get to the Holy Grail, but the first one chops your head off. Repent. What is it? Repent before God. Is that was that the clue? I think you kneel before God. So if you kneel, the blade goes over top and doesn't chop off your head. Cha-ching! Come on, guys! It's The Last Crusade. It's Indiana Jones.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. This is not the call, guys. J-Dub. Can't talk about that.
I didn't bring it up.
So, Hellam County is still trying to shut all this down because they keep getting their fair share of hell seekers, as well as numerous satanic cults, and that they use this place for their meetings or whatever. So,
is it public land? Sorry.
No, it's private.
Oh.
It is private. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. There has been numerous instances of residents calling the police as visitors trespass through private property in search of the gates. So you can't just wander out there on this footpath and go through gate number 1, because gate number 1's there for a fucking reason.
Gate number 5 is because they got shot and murdered.
It could very well be.
For trespassing.
Yep.
Could very well be.
You're on my land!
Yeah. So that is the 7 gates of hell in York, Pennsylvania. But that's not the only 7 gates that I found in the U.S. You want to go to 7 more?
Okay.
We won't make it through 5.
Actually, this one's a little bit different.
Oh.
The 7 gates of hell located outside of Collinsville, Illinois. These gates are a set of train trestles placed sporadically near Lebanon Road. The trestles are narrow, making it difficult, if not impossible, for 2 cars to pass through at the same time. And gate 4 is located in a blind downhill curve. Now, there is some really cool video out there because Collinsville is actually really close to St. Louis. And so a lot of the St. Louis news shows around Halloween will talk about the 7 gates. So there's actually video on YouTube and stuff like that where you can see these trestles and, basically, how we have that one down here in Atwood that we did the Guilt 4 picture in? Mm-hmm. It looks a lot like that.
Gotcha.
Where it's just where the train track goes over, it's a concrete slab that it's one car. You're not going to get more than that.
Yeah.
And in the 1990s, a group of teenagers was traveling through the 7 gates of hell, approaching gate number 4. Another car was traveling through the trestle in the opposite direction. The teenagers swerved to miss the oncoming car and hit the trestle's retaining wall. The car burst into flames, and all 3 teenagers died in the fire.
Aww.
So, during one of these videos I was watching, they were talking about that and how gate number 4 is blind, and it comes back down around, and you can't see, and it is so skinny. And even while they were standing there doing the interview, they had to stop and move out of the way because a car come flying through there.
You would think they'd go slow.
You would think.
Put a speed bump in before and after it.
Well, that'd be a good idea. In 2007, a paranormal investigator, Dr. Mark Farley, was investigating the gates 3 and 4 when he took a picture of the retaining wall where the teenagers had crashed. In the photograph, he captured a faint, and I mean faint, apparition that appears to be a girl wearing a hoodie. Giving the cluster of hauntings around the 7 gates, he wonders if it is a trapped spirit of the young girl who died in that horrible crash.
Could be.
Very much so. What else I got? The legend that if somebody were to drive through all 7 bridges and enter the last one exactly at midnight, he or she would be transported to hell. In some version, the person entering the final tunnel must be a skeptic. In other versions, no tunnel can be driven through twice for the magic to work. The tunnels, the stories say, are guarded by spectral hounds. Often these dogs are said to be dark black in color with glowing red or green eyes.
Hellhounds.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Many witnesses report more gargoyle creatures are nearly transparent and oftentimes vanish into thin air out there. In Weird, Illinois, 2005, Mark Moran and Mark, Scurryman mentioned that a source claimed the bridges were once used by the Ku Klux Klan for their lynchings.
Ooh.
There you go. That is all I could find on the 7 gates of hell.
That was interesting, though.
I'm sure that there are more of them, probably legend throughout the United States. These are 2 of the biggest ones that I found. And I thought they were interesting enough to talk about a little bit. So
yeah.
I really liked the idea of the one in New York because the myth and the legend behind it, and the fact that you can't see it. You would literally have to be out there at night wandering this fucking little narrow ass path to even come across them. Whereas the one that's in Collinsville is a fucking road that people travel every day. You know, they drive down through there all the time. The one in Collinsville was really cool because it's all graffitied, you know, lots of kids doing their artwork, but they've actually written Gate 1, Gate 2.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So there you go.
There you
The
go.
7 Gates of Hell, ladies
That's
and
good.
gentlemen. Just the little bit of research I could find on all of this stuff, but I thought it was fun. Thought it was interesting.
It was.
I like these little legends and myths.
Yeah, I do too.
They're fun. They're fun because, you know, they're more likely they're probably just somebody's fence.
Yeah. From like an old farmhouse or
Yeah.
something.
Exactly. And the train trestles, I mean, we have those right here. We took pictures in the one down here. We never went to hell.
No,
That's a good thing, right?
there's actually a couple of them. I wonder how many there is in this way.
You know, it's interesting because we talk when we do our trivia. For some reason, I've always kept saying, "Hey, just bring 7 questions per
Yeah.
for 7, you know, 7." And the more I got to looking at this, I'm like, I wonder if I like nonchalantly knew that 7 was that magical number. Because
Maybe.
Gunnar even's like, why am I only bringing 7 questions per?
That's an odd number.
I'm an odd man.
Yeah, we know.
Yes, it's true.
21, blackjack. There's 3 of us. 7, 21. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Maybe we can work that into our Frankie Vegas t-shirt. All right, guys. Like I said, I knew it was going to be a shorter episode because of, you know, I just wanted to tell the story, and I knew there wasn't a ton of things to talk about in it, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you tell all your friends, and I hope you send me an email at theunitedstatesparanormal@gmail.com.
Yes, and come back for our next episode, which will be a super long one because there's 4 of us doing the state of Missouri. And vote on who you think is the
That's right.
best story.
It's a battle for Missouri.
It'll probably be Rocker Chick. Just
Oh,
gonna
we'll
throw it
see.
out there.
We'll see. We have a special guest, so
We do.
He might win.
You think he might bring
J
it?
Dub might win. Golden J might win. You just don't
Well, how come I was the last one to pick to win?
because you're always first and everything.
Well, I am prime rib, baby. Look at me. Prime rib.
Spaghetti and prime rib do not go together.
Huh.
You should be hamburger.
You tried to say that prime rib is the top tier of meat, isn't it? That Wagyu.
Well, Wagyu
yeah.
is, yeah. But I mean, for what you just get if you go out, prime rib is always like a delicacy, right?
Yeah,
Am I,
that's true.
yeah. It's not the top. You ever had Wagyu? Mm-hmm. It's really, really good. Mm-hmm. I've had it in
Hamburger form.
hamburger form. Trying to remember, went out to supper with our friend Chuck one time, and we did the 110 craft meadery, and we got something really, really fancy.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I can't remember if it was Wagyu or not. Hey, I love meat.
The people that live down the road from us have Wagyu cattle.
Really? Mm-hmm. I thought that was a delicacy that come from Japan. I didn't realize we could.
Yeah, there's American Wagyu.
Right on. It's delicious. I know. From what little I've had of it.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I like prime rib. I like a thick cut of prime rib. I've had these it's like, oh, we're giving you prime rib. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It's like some sliver of a piece of meat.
Almost like liver.
Yes. I don't mind liver. You do liver? Yeah. Okay.
No. My niece loves liver and onions. No.
We don't do it a lot. We haven't done it in a long time.
Not a long time. I don't make it or anything, but every once in a while I just crave it. And there's a couple like American table restaurants that, serve it and
Right.
it's really good. But yeah, I don't. It's a once every 5-year thing.
Right,
I want,
yeah,
I want
and-
liver and onions. And then it's like, okay, I'm good for 5 years.
Yeah.
It's like, Yeah, I'm trying to think of what my 5-year food is. I'll have to think about that. I'll let you guys know. Anyways, let me, United States Paranormal at gmail.com. Also, don't forget, we are on Patreon now, so if you want some really cool reaction videos, trivia, stuff like that, you can go join the Patreon. That is patreon.com/2sop. Or you can go show your support and go buy some merch. And that is at the UnitedStatesParanormal.com. We have some great merch up there. We got the Celestial Stag. We've got the Parafeet. We've got
Beaver.
We got the great white bald beaver. We got some great artwork on there. Thank you, Esteban, for all of his amazing talent and putting into that. And show your support. Show your love. Go get yourself a T-shirt. Go rock it out while you're driving around delivering the mail.
Yeah.
Or while you're on vacation in Florida. Hey.
Yeah. Or while you're at the dentist. Or possibly...
gynecologist.
Or getting your colonoscopy. Yeah, that's right. Wear the Celestial Stag because it does have the bucket on it for your colonoscopy. There you go. All right, guys, we're out. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again next week. Keep it spooky, and I'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the United States of Paranormal. Check us out at theunitedstatesofparanormal.com or at any other of our social media pages. At Twitter at TOSOPPOD, at Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, or Facebook at the United States of Paranormal, or YouTube at the United States of Paranormal 1795.
Please check out our other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network. The Call Guys, Golden Image Podcast, Indiana Chiefs Fans, The Golden 80s, Murd Nerds, and A Quart of Books and Booze.
And if you have a location you would like us to check into or a creepy story that you would love to tell us, please email us at theunitedstatesofparanormal@gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen.